Hello, all you thrifty music collectors out there. I'm uh, Tim, and I'm back with another episode of Tim's Weekend Spins. If you don't know what I do in this uh, video, I show 25 albums that I'm trying to spin over the weekend. If I don't finish it over the weekend, I'll usually finish it on Monday. So with and I have a good amount of some good albums, a lot of good albums, and this one is again this week. There's You'll see a lot of country ones yet in here. Like I said, I've been after Hezzy, another fat man with the beard, talk about records with this uh, country music type. Got me to pull out my country albums and stuff, but I have other albums mixed in with them here. So with that said, let me just show you the 25 albums I have for this weekend. I'll talk a little bit about them, but I won't go into too much detail because I want to get through it fast, start spinning. The first album I have here, okay, making sure that the first album I have for this weekend is Alabama. The album is Feel So Right. It's on RCA Records from 1981, it looks like. This one has a hit, Feel So Right, and Loving the First Degree on it. And that that's one of the albums that really got me into listening to Alabama. This next album uh, is from a band that, in Colorado Springs, there's a place called the Flying W Ranch. It's on the outskirts of the city and stuff, and they they were more like a supper club, only open during the summer, where you the people would sit outside. The meal would be a Western kind of fare, and like the waiters and stuff would go perform on stage when this ranch burned down in the last 5 to 10 years from wildfires around Colorado Springs. But the name of the ranch was the Flying W Ranch, and uh, the band was called the Flying W Wranglers. And I'll show you the label here. It's had their own label, even. It's see, it's oh, trying to get you close up. See, Flying W Ranch. But they do a lot of country songs, even ones that were more modern, and but like on this one they do like Back in the Saddle, of course, and Ghost Riders in the Sky, Fire Mountain Breakdown, Elvira, the theme from the Dukes of Hazzard, On the Road Again, like Devil Without Georgia, Cool Water, the Orange Blossom Special, but one that I really like on here is one called Colorado that they do, and but it's a pretty good album. Okay, these next two albums are albums that I bought when I was stationed over in Germany. They're both 2 LP sets. It's an artist that was popular in the US. These albums are German pressings. The artist is John Denver. The name of the album, this one is Seine Großen Erfolge, Volume 1, or Seine Großen Erfolge, which means his greatest hits. And here's Seine Großen Erfolge, Volume 2. these are both two album sets, and what these pretty much are like, the first one's pretty much is first two greatest hits albums are on it. I'm not sure if he did another two, and that's what's on the second one or not, or what. But so these are his greatest hits. They both have a good number of songs on them, which you can see here. Uh, it would help if I moved it the right way. And so I don't need to talk much about them. Yes, he was popular over in Germany at the time. This was back in the 80s when I was stationed over there. And they're both on the RCA. Next up is George Strait, Straight from the Heart. This album has a hit Amarillo by Marnie on it. And this is on MCA from 1982. And the next one's another George Strait album, Right or Wrong. And it has You Look So Good in Love on it. I'm seeing if I don't recognize any other hits on here. Not at the moment, so. And this should say it's on MCA from 1983. Next up, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Hold On. This is the album with the hit Fishing in the Dark on it. And it's on Warner Brothers from 1987. Okay, Juice Newton, Dirty Like She tries to go with a little more of a rock look here, and if I remember right, it's like some of them are more like rock. If I remember right, the second song on here, Tylenol, is a cover of the Zombies hit. And this is on Capitol, I think, from Caesar Capitol Real My America. It's from 1981. Let me check real quick which it is. I think it's Capitol. Yep, it's Capitol. Okay. Next one, I think I might have shown it in the last video. I have a couple of copies of this by now. This is Anne-Marie Something to Talk About. See, I'm also in the process of spinning out my records, and I'll be getting rid of duplicates. I'll pick which one I like, the sounds of better, and keep it, and get rid of the others. But this is on Capitol. I can't see the year on it because writing's so small there. And here's some more Anne-Marie. This is her greatest hits album. This is from 1980 on Capitol Records. Okay, I think I showed you Smooth Greenwood last time too. Here is another Greenwood album that's set inside out. If I remember right, that song was a hit for him, and also has Ring on Her Finger, Time on Her Hands. And this is on MCA from 1982. Okay, this next one is more of a kid's record, but there are 4 country artists that perform on here. And this is Sesame Street album. It's Sesame Country, but see the 4 songs on here that there are country artists on is songs where Chris O'Dale sings it with Big Bird, and Keep on Smiling, Glenn Campbell sings that with Oscar the Grouch. Count on Me, Loretta Lynn sings that with the Count. And You'll Never Take the Texas Out of Me, which Tanya Tucker performs with Big Bird. This is from on Sesame Street Records in 1980. Next one is David Frizzell and Charlie West in session. This is on Beaver Records from, I think it says 1985, but I'm not really sure. It's hard to read it right now. I'm trying to keep it a little quieter this time. The rest of the family's asleep, so yeah. So okay, next up is the Dirt Band. Of course, this is for a while in the late 70s, early 80s, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band changed their name to Dirt Band. This is Make a Little Magic. It's on United, the United Artists from 1980, and this title track, Make a Little Magic, was said from this one. Next up is George Jones and Tammy Wynette together again. And, I'm just trying to see if I recognize any of the hits on here. I'm not none are really standing out to me, but this is from 1980 and on Epic Records. So next one is artist that was known up for power pop, like in the early 80s and stuff. But this one is from 1981. This is Dave Edmunds playing. This is more of a rockabilly album of his, you could say. And he does old classic country songs too, like Singing the Blues. He does on here Almost Saturday Night, and The Race is On. And The Race is On, he does with the Stray Cats. Okay, back on Wednesday afternoon, Paul from Psycho DJs did afternoon live show, and I was on there with him, and I showed some of these albums on there, and this is another one I showed on there. This one that doesn't give the artist name, it says Seems Like a Breeze Out. It's and this Trey Parker Quality is label, and on orange vinyl. What like I said, it doesn't really show who the artist is. I had a hint. I got this in a box of over 100 albums I got for $10 one time at the half price books outlet store in town, or in Rockford, and here's on the other side of the album. But by looking at it, there's something that gave me a clue, because on side 2, it for the one side on side 2, it said recorded in Los Angeles with the band. If you don't know who it is yet, this is actually a Bob Dylan bootleg that he recorded in between 63 and or 62 and 65. Some of it's were demos and stuff. Next one is a guy that was in Steve Miller's band for a while. The Steve Miller band for a while. That's Norton Buffalo. This is his solo album, Lovin' in the Valley of the Moon. This is on Capitol from 1977. Next up is a singer-songwriter from like the 70s and real early 80s. He had a big hit off this one of his biggest hits. This is Andrew Gold. the album is Obvious and Heaven 2. This is a song that has its big hit, Thank You for Being a Friend on it. It's on Asylum Records from 1978. The next one is a country album. It's a country artist and it's a country album. It's Amy Grant, My Father's Eyes. This is from 1979 on Murder Records, and the title track was probably her bigger hit from that. That was on the Christian charts that would have been on. Next up is a rock band that pretty much from the Midwest. I always play at the Surf Barn in Clear Lake, Iowa, which is 10 miles or less from my hometown, which is Mason City, Iowa. And the album is Headies. It's their first album titled Headies. It's from 1978 on A&M, and the song that I really like on here, they do an excellent cover of the song Since You've Been Gone. The next one is one that I was spinning one time, and my wife came in the room and she said, "Who is this?" I told her, and she just sat down and started listening to it with me. The artist is Joan Baez. The album is Hits, Greatest and Others, and this is from 1973 on Vanguard Records. Of course, it has a lot of her hits. Like the big one a lot of people know is The Night the Girl Broke Dixie Down. But there's a lot of covers she does on here that were hits or her too bad. Okay, I think on the last one I showed a couple of Dulcimer ones. I have a couple more here. This is, first off, is a collaboration of various artists of the different string type instruments. This is Pacific Rim Dulcimer Project. And this from 1987 on Flying Fish Records. And the second one is Bill Spence with Phoenix All Star String Band, and this is on Frontal Records from 1973. And Dulcimer music is sort of like folk or bluegrass, you could say, or somewhere in there. Sometimes it's a fine line between those two. And the last one I have for this time around is Lowell Calumet. Lowell was like a, not sure whether he was considered singer-writer or just a regular singer. This is from 1973 on the bill, and Big Tree Records, and the big hit off this one is it sure took a long time. But last week I didn't finish spinning out until Monday. Yeah, but see, I'm retired. This one, but that's 25 for this weekend, and hey, if I don't finish them by the end of the day tomorrow, I'll finish it on Monday, like I did the last time. So, it's time for me to start spinning records. So until next time, take it easy and keep on spinning.